Local 1700, what's going on? Mike Spencer, president of Local 1700. I got the shop chair around with me, Big Sauce.
What up, though, y'all? What up, though?
I got our recording secretary, Jennifer Miller, with us today. What's going on, Jen? You good?
I'm good.
I'm good. Okay. I can't tell you the day was not stressful, because it was, but want to come to the membership and talk to you guys real quick, because I always say, I do monitor social media. And I'm gonna do my official part first, and then I just want to have some frank conversation. My official part is I'm gonna just say this. We as leadership, we try hard, and I'm trying hard. That's one of my goals in my term to reshape our local into one of the most strongest, most influential local there is. And there's going to be decisions that's made throughout the ranks, whether it be from the committee man, whether it be from the stewards, because the stewards do manage the floor, whether it be the standing committees, and then some of the activities they do, all the way up to the shop chair and the committee men, some of the decisions they make as it relates to policies. The goals at the end of the day is to reshape our local, to make our local one of the strongest locals. And I'll be honest with you, regardless of what anyone say, we fell off at some point. And maybe in some people's mind, this topic that we're about to talk about right now is one of those fall off points. I don't see it that way, but I do see some of the concerns. I'm talking strictly and solely about the picnic. Yesterday, registration was closed down this morning because we did reach the capacity of the park, and it caused some heartache. I get it, I got it, I understand it, I see it. As your president, I'm gonna tell you at the end of the day, the buck stops at my desk. So I'm not here to throw anybody in the bus. If I'm throwing anybody in the bus, it's gonna be myself, but I do appreciate the support from my shop committee, from my stewards, and from those on the floor, and from the standing committees. I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, it does stop at my desk, so I'll take full ownership of anything that goes great and it goes bad. When I say goes great, y'all want to be in that crowd to clap our hands and say, hey, we did a great job. If it goes bad, I want to stand alone. I don't want anybody to suffer any repercussions outside of myself. And I say that because at the end of the day, I am the president who you elected to make certain decisions. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about the picnic. And I'm still in my official capacity right now.
I know you hate when people...
Go ahead, do your thing.
I know you hate when people cut you off. I had to, though, because I can't let you stand out there by yourself. You know what I'm saying? It go both ways. When we fight management, when we fighting each other, united, we stand, divided, we fall. So I definitely going to stand right there with you on anything, because I know your heart. I know your mind. I know your intention. And it's always to put us forward. It's always to put us on top. And it's always to make us second to none. So it's never done malicious or done intentional. So we definitely going to stand there with you.
And I appreciate that. And I hope, after the day, our membership as a whole understand some of the vision that we have, and align with us, align with us. The picnic, yes, the registration did close. The question is, how did you guys book an event based off of capacity, knowing that we got close to we got 6,000, but 6,000 to 7,000 membership, right? Let me tell you how. We looked back at the numbers, and in 2023, we had 967 people that attended the picnic. When I say 967, I'm talking about members and guests. All these numbers are talking about members and guests. That was in 2023. In 2024, we had 1,022 people that attended, members and guests. 2025, which was last year, we had 1,050 members and guests that attended. So when we started talking about doing this picnic, and what was the venue going to be, why it was going to be there, we took into account of history. What do the numbers tell us the participation was going to be? And we threw an extra 20% on there, which would have been another 210 people. That would have took us to 1,260 people who over the last 3 years, as it relates to the picnic itself, that has actually attended with their families and themselves to come to the picnic. So the venue, when we looked at the capacity of it, we thought in our brains, and I'm gonna tell you, I thought in my brain, hey, we can accommodate our membership. We should be able to accommodate our membership even with a buffer of another 100 or so folks showing up. Our Christmas party, and I had these numbers pulled today based off the sign-in sheet and the registration sheets. Our Christmas party, the one that turned out to be so fabulous, that everybody, before we actually had the Christmas party, talked about it and said, y'all gonna have it down at the local and why, blah, 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 because that's what was said. And then it ended up being fabulous, and it was great. Our recreation committee put on a great event. But we had 1,000 people who registered. We only had around 550, 575 people that actually showed up with their members and guests. Now, it was a great party for those members and guests. I mean, it was historic. It was groundbreaking. It was wow. It was a wild effect. But literally, I have 1,000 people. So we planned for who registered. And what ended up happening is we ended up having to give away, take to the homeless shelters, food that was not utilized. We ended up paying for things that we could have changed the budget down to accommodate what actually showed up, but we had to plan for who registered, right? I guess I say all that to say this. In any planning, you're going to look at numbers and say, okay, what has history showed us? What can we anticipate or expect? Every venue has a capacity. I mean, y'all saw the news. If you didn't see the news, check the news. Belle Isle last week had to shut down because it reached its capacity. So there's capacities for everything. There's numbers is part of the game. And when we did plan this picnic, we looked at the numbers. We looked historically what's been done. We looked at historically who showed up. And then we threw a 20% on it just in case. Hey, we understand it's C.J. Barrymore. So it's going to be a big deal. It's a great park to go take your family to. But the expectation that we exceeded as soon as we did, or at least meet the capacity as soon as we did, I mean, hey, I'll tell you, who could account for that? The membership on this particular event turned out. And when they turned out, showed up, then we had met our number earlier than we thought, and that's where we at. You know, at the end of the day, that's where we at. But I guess what's disappointing or what's discouraging is, you know, the membership is not recognizing that it takes a lot of energy and effort outside of just talking about it to make these events happen. One of the main reasons that we took it from Metro, or we said, let's try something different, besides trying to reshape our local and engage our membership, our younger membership, that's for sure, but our membership as a whole, is because the lack of volunteer and participation. Because at some point, for these events to happen, you have to have a lot of volunteers, especially at Metro. At Metro, you got to have a lot of participation and volunteers. We got to have people serve food. We got to get the vendors true enough. We got to have people to do the chaperone, the raffles, the registrations, the shirts. And yeah, we do have to do some of those things today, but not to the extent that we did have to do it. We had to haul a lot of stuff from the local to the event and then bring it back. And I'm going to be honest, and I appreciate all the volunteers that have volunteered, but I will be honest. I have found myself more than likely not doing a lot of the foot and grunt work that needs to happen behind the scenes. And I think people don't see a lot of that. And it's not just me, the committee man, Ryan, you was talking, you bring your daughter down, you want to have a good time, right?
No, that's what we want to do. But that ain't
you get your face painted, don't you?
That's it. That's what we do. That's how we start. That's how we start. I just got a tradition where I draw a line in the sand and say, give me this 2 minutes to get my face painted with her. And after that, it's working. And like I said, she understands that all her aunties and uncles, which is y'all, sisters and brothers, y'all actually watch my daughter at the picnic because she just walks around and I'm trying to serve the people, clean up, and make sure don't nobody walk off with my child, like literally. But all of y'all pitch in, from the Tish Hearns to the Teresa Brown to Miss Jennifer, everybody, all the aunties and uncles out there, y'all know my daughter. Y'all keep an eye on her for me until we done working. So it's never an event because I seen the shots at, I guarantee the leadership. Our president, he forces us to come work. We gotta come. And he be like, y'all gotta come serve the membership. And we be like, all right. So it's never like, oh, you coming to have a good time. It's like, no, you coming to give your service back. So this one right here is not like we wanted anything to happen like this. It's disheartening because now even the Christmas party, if we take it way back to the Christmas party, for 500 people to show up, I'm looking like, dang, what about the other 500 that could have got in and had to get turned around? People, so, some things do happen, but for you to sign up, take a spot, and then don't show up, I feel bad for that. Like you said, giving away the food. We not just cold-hearted. We actually try to get it away and get it to a shelter or something. Yep. We don't have a company to do that. We have to do that because when they look in their eyes, they like, we just throwing it away. So Mike like, no, let's just try to put something together. So that's another thing we got to do. Put it together and go give it out under 8 Mile and 75 or wherever we choose to go give it out at. It's just a bunch that go into this. And after the Christmas party and everybody was looking nice, everybody went home, everybody had a good time, everything still had to be cleaned up. So it's not no go home and go to sleep. It's like, okay, now it's time to get everything straightened, everything cleaned up. And I just want to say this.
I got to jump in.
Go ahead.
Because after the Christmas party, I know it was me, it was you, and there's a few ladies out the recreation committee that stayed. And when I say a few, I know the names, and I appreciate them. I actually told them we stayed to 4 to 5 o'clock in the morning in our suits, and they had their gowns on, dragging the floor, cleaning. Brother Aaron was there, Deidre was there. It was quite a few of them there. That was just helping to just clean up. But that's what people don't see behind the scenes, right? And it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
And when we talk about this picnic that we're talking about today, you know, we did ask for volunteers. And we have not met the limit of what we needed for volunteers until today when it got cut off, right? And I don't think we met that limit yet. Have we met that limit?
No.
Okay. We have not met that limit. And that limit is lesser than it was for the last 2 or 3 events that we have had. So I guess we say all that to say, you know, it's a lot that goes on with these events. And no, we don't want to slight anybody. And when I say we don't want to slight anybody, you know, I always say I listen to social media. I'm just not necessarily on it because that's not what I do. But I do listen and watch it. One of the things that came up that we had discussions on in the middle of this process was, third shift, they get up, blah, 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 you can have extended hours. So what do? Because we know we weren't at our capacity, even adding the 20%. We said, let's open the local up for 2 more hours extra early for our members to be able to come third shift to be able to sign up. And yes, they did come and sign up, obviously. They came and signed up and they ran their numbers up, which is great. Then we also said, hey, in planning this, let's not do it on a Sunday. Because if you look, we always had this picnic on a Sunday. We said, let's not do it on Sunday because the complaints is what? Oh, we had to work. You know, we had to go to work tonight, getting ready for Sunday night, going into Monday. So I said, hey, let's plan it for the Saturday. That way, everybody is off. So even if those third shift people have to work Sunday, they have all Sunday morning to relax because now they didn't have to work Saturday night going into Sunday. So we took all those into account. But I'm just going to be honest with you. You know, at some point, you have to come to a point where you realize you can't make everybody happy all the time. And that don't mean we don't learn from certain things. This event itself, I think at the end of the day, it's still going to be fabulous. I think it's going to be great for those who are able to attend. But we will sit back and brainstorm afterwards. Me, the whole committee. I hear the comments on social media and the stewards. And we'll brainstorm. What did we do right? What did we do wrong? What can we improve on? And what did we do successfully? But at the end of the day, I think we put a strong effort in to accommodate the numbers with the 20% that we calculated based off what history have shown us that, you know, hey, we are where we are at right now, you know. Am I sad that some folks weren't able to register? Yes, I am, because it's going to be a good event. Will we look at something different next year? Yes, we will. But here we are today addressing some of those issues, because some of those complaints, because I see people taking opportunity to use this event to, as I always say, bash their leadership, you know. And it's not a leadership-only situation, because this picnic was ran through the executive board, voted on by the executive board, ran through the union meeting, and voted by the membership. Yes, there were some questions. We answered the questions, but no one actually said, well, let me look 20 days in advance and tell you what the future going to foretell. And look, y'all going to get beyond the capacity. Nobody said that. And I'm going to be honest with you, off of history, we would have never gotten past capacity because history's shown that we haven't gotten past capacity. So it's kind of easy to throw the stones after the fact than it is before, especially when we're asking people to be involved. If you notice, since I've been in turn, I'm just going to say since I've been in president, I've been actively removing people off of committees, standing committees, and putting people on, you know. And I'm doing that because I'm asking all the committees. Go ahead.
And still can't get the people to participate.
Still can't get the people to participate. We struggle with that. Now, I did talk to a former leader who was an elected leader, and he was like, hey, Mike, you don't ask the people to participate, you tell them. And I agree, like Ron stated. I don't ask Ron and the committee to say, I say, hey, look, this was my expectations, I expect y'all to be there. But I think that when you run for these positions, especially when it comes to participation in things, it should not just be a committee thing, it should be an everybody thing. And the biggest thing that the committee say is, we want to enjoy the event also. So we don't want to be stuck for 4 hours, 5 hours, serving, even though we took jobs for servitude, we want to also have our family, like you said, Ron, enjoy your daughter, get your face
kids,
painted,
yeah.
go watch some bounce houses and things of that
Before
nature.
last, I didn't even get a chance to eat because I worked from beginning to the end. Didn't eat not one bit.
Not one bit.
Not one bit.
Hey, if y'all know Miss Jennifer, that's
Hey,
major.
she can eat. She
Oh,
can
that's
eat.
major.
She
That's
can eat.
major.
No shots. But,
And
No
you know,
shit.
I
Hold on.
own that.
Beautiful.
I
That's Miss
own
Jen.
that.
That's my heart. She know that.
but
Yeah.
it is discouraging. And I'm gonna tell you, and I'm finna get out my official capacity because I just want to have some real talk too. Because this, I took it all in today. The event is open from 12 to 4. We went and got the whole park. The park told us here's what the capacity is. We did ask some questions because people was asking, hey, what about if other folks want to come outside the registration? So around 3 o'clock, based on if all our members had the opportunity to get in there, the park will open up because it's an ebb and flow. When I say ebb and flow, the park capacity may be or is at 1,500. I mean, we got the whole park, right? But that don't mean all 1,500 people are going to be sitting there at that exact time and moment. So as people are coming in and out, that number is going to fluctuate from 1,500 down to 1,400, back up to 1,426, up to 1,475, up and down. And that's going to allow the opportunity for folks to get in there. Our main concern was for those who registered to have the first and only opportunity to get in there because they are our members. I'm gonna tell you, I did some Googling, not today, but I did it before we actually got this far in the game. Because we talked about the average, and that was a heavy discussion. Well, hey, some of our members have 5, 6, 7, 8 kids, okay? And, I go with the numbers again. At the end of the day, if you Google it, the average family, not only in America, but even worldwide, but America and worldwide, is 3. It's 3 to 4. So we looked at it and said, our members is a member, they got 3 kids, that's your 4, bam, we good. Our member is a member and a husband and wife, or the husband can sign up and the wife can sign up. Now that's 6 open slots. They fill it with 2 kids, now that leaves it with 3 open slots. But there's opportunity there. We can't manage that part, so we asked our members, first thing, take first and foremost your family. Before you bring your cousins and your second cousins or your friends, I will first, me myself, would say, hey, let me bring in my children. This is a family event. Outside of that, when I look at all the numbers, especially when I've been historically and looked at what we have done in the past, I think because of the establishment itself being C.J. Berry Moore's, it drove the excitement of where we were going. And that's a great thing because we're trying to change. Not that we're competing with any other local. We're competing with ourselves. We want to be better ourselves. I remember at the picnic, Christmas party.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on that too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
you
Christmas
hit it.
party.
That's
Go
it.
ahead,
Yeah,
do
no,
your
I'm just
thing.
saying because that was another rumor that got hit on us, like y'all trying to compete with other people. No, our membership wanted us to compete with other people because the Christmas party, the Rooster Tail was out there and everybody was just telling us y'all being cheap, y'all don't love us like them. They going to the Rooster Tail. There's no way I'm coming to that local and putting my good clothes on. There's no way. And we transformed Local 1700 into just an extravagant event. You know what I'm saying? It was literally a winter wonderland with 3 different this and this and this, and everything was just done up to the T. So we never trying to compete with nobody else because we are brothers and sisters at the end of the day. We not following them. We not following the trend. We setting them, and it's just something that we was trying to do for our membership, for the ones that always come. And we just had an uptick in the action, and we didn't even understand it was gonna be like that. And that was something that it was painful. And then I did see my people, my constituents that said, man, I got a big family. I couldn't choose between which kids to bring, and that crushed me. Because never in a million years do we ever want somebody to have that train of thought. Never want you to have to pick or choose. Never in a million years that we want that. So all of those things really did bother us, and we really sat down and was like, man, we was bummered out because we really tried. We set out to do something great, and that's why I'm saying we're not going to put this on the president. We set out to do something great, and I still think it's going to be great. It just got to be tweaked, and we did not expect this turnout. We took the last 3 years worth of numbers. We didn't come close to this. The last Christmas party, last big event we had, we didn't even come close to it. So we got 3 times the amount of people that came out from the last big event we had. 500 times 3, that's 1,500. We got 3 times the amount. So we just knew we was gonna slide in safe. This is something we didn't look over nowhere else. I think we might have the first picnic of the year, I believe, or somewhere close to it. We didn't look across the street at our brothers and sisters at 140 and J-Nap. Them are people we didn't look and try to compete. We just Staying with what we do. Local 1700, what we do and what we do best is just we lead by example because we are leaders from the leadership to the membership. So please don't take it like that. This is not a competition. It's none of that. We really just tried to set it to see what would get y'all to come out. Because actually the face painting, the rock climbing, the free food, the cigar bar, the ice cream truck, the sack racing, the bull riding, the hustle dancing, the raffle tickets, the TVs, the bikes, the T-shirts, the people serving you hand and fist that all you got to do is stand in a line with a plate and get full. None of that was bringing the people out. Yeah. None of that. None of that was just saying you get to come in with your family, enjoy it, and go home with no responsibility. None of that was bringing anybody out. And we had it in a nice, safe environment. Metro. And let me back up. You ain't even have to pay to get in. You just had to pull out your badge. That's it. We couldn't get nobody down. Swimming pool was right there. Beach was right there where you could come down and go fishing. You could take the kids swimming, playscape. Everything we did, we couldn't get the people to come out. We couldn't get the people to come out. We couldn't even get them to respect the time. I don't even know if y'all know we rented the pavilion out to where you could come in here and sit down and eat for a certain time. Nobody showed up at them time. What the president tell us, we think, okay, we can put the food up. No, here come the boss. No, don't put the food up. Just take the tables around the corner. We gonna serve the people out here like, Mike, the deadline for eating is closed. Yeah. No, we still keeping it going. Yes, sir. So then we standing outside serving, and we did it from start to finish. And it always was good weather. The rain held up. We still couldn't get the people to come out. We even, you want to say competing, J-Nap and them even came out around the corner from us. So we said, we going to have a good time. Because now you get to go see what J-Nap doing. They get to come see what we doing. We still couldn't get nobody to come out. And then when you ask me, man, why you ain't come? Man, I ain't messing with that. Man, I ain't hanging with these folks. Man, I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. So the one time we thinking outside the box, how can we get the people to come bring the kids and enjoy themselves and everybody ain't got to work? Shout out my dog, Carl. Carl always on the grill, unloading the U-Haul. Shout out my dog, Carl Hill. I mean, it's people that we just depend on. My OG Greenhill. Even though we hire a caterer, we still get him on the grill to cook, that we still purchase food and cook. So we got food going all day. We still can't get nobody. I ain't never been to an ice cream truck where you ain't have to pay nothing. You just walk and pick your number, and the kids have a ball. We still can't get everybody to come out. So we say, what can we do? And we try to do something different, and they got max, so we happy. And then it's the downside of it. But like you say, heavy is the head, and that we all got to take a part in wearing this crown. And we love y'all. Don't take it like that. And we only going to get better. We not perfect. We only going to get better. We only going to get better.
I'm going to say this, Ron, this is one event out the whole year, and it's gone. We got the Labor Day Parade coming up, and I'm going to tell you the numbers from the Labor Day Parade. For the last 2 years, and I know this year I met with everybody in leadership. I met with people at the standing committee, and I did do what I was told. Hey, look, I'm not asking you, now I'm telling you to come to the Labor Day Parade. Because the last 2 years, we had less than 100 people at the Labor Day Parade. And that's a message because the company have news cameras out there, the news people be out there, the company have their spies out there to see how strong we are. We did a fish fry a couple of years ago. We got away from that. So this year we are going to do the fish fry. We're going to figure out how to do the fish fry. All this is we trying to change the perception of who we are with our members so we can encourage our members to be engaged and be these future leaders. And part of being a future leader is not always taking shots. And when I say taking shots, running to social media and telling, or at least saying or criticizing, if you ain't got a solution, then you're part of the problem. And I tell you, being in leadership is not easy. We got to have tough skin up here. I got tough skin today because, some of the things I read was very discouraging. Some people are taking this as an opportunity to say, hey, get those people out of office. And that's all up to the membership. I open the door to say, hey, it's to the membership. When election time comes, you make the decision what's best for you. But I would also say this, you will be able to look back and say that we did make a difference and a change. And part of growing is learning. And you never learn if you don't fail. If you don't fall down and get back up, what did you learn? You may fall down and stay down, you ain't learned nothing because you failed. But if you get back up and keep on moving forward, then you're learning something, you're growing from those experiences. And I don't take this as a failure. I'll be honest, I don't. I see where we could have did some things differently, but that was based off of what's happening today, not how we planned it, because we didn't expect this based off the numbers. But just to hear the membership speak the way they speak sometimes is very discouraging, especially when we see a bigger plan, I look at our membership meetings. We typically, and I'll be honest, we have grown. I remember we couldn't get a quorum. I remember that. Mm-hmm. Now, we always get a quorum. Now, we typically run between 75 and 100 people there at the meetings, but we got 6,000 members. But let something like this come up, something like this. The turnout is bigger than we thought, and the frustration and anger is much bigger than what we thought. Well, I want the membership to take account of this. Your union dues do help pay for this. Matter of fact, it does pay for this. Not help, it does. But the union dues also pay for it when we send people to conferences to learn. It pays for all the U-Bus days when people need to go to not only different events, but things as a region, go down to international. You know, we use these dues. All your dues are used for multiple reasons. We send a bulk of it down to international. That's outlined in the Constitution. So don't think your union dues just go strictly and solely to, hey, it's paying for this picnic. Oh, and by the way, we pay the top four too. So that's where our money go to. No, it goes to a variety of things. And we have a financial secretary whose sole job is to make sure that the money is being allocated in the right spots in a responsible way. Now, that's part of my job too, to make sure it's responsible. That's why I said buck stuff to my desk. But when I look back what we spent and the participation that we have gotten, and I have to say, what can we do to change the direction? Then sometimes some decisions are made, and this is one of them, that was made based off the numbers of what could get us there, and hopefully that we get there. You know, we got a Christmas party coming up this year. We already met with the Recreation Committee. It was the last week, Sunday, we met with them. Hey, let's start planning now for the Christmas party. Now, are we going to book out, what is it called? Huntington?
Yeah,
Huntington?
Yeah, Huntington.
You know, oh, man, so I call it Cobo. I call it Cobo.
Me too, but it's the Huntington building. Yeah, man.
Or are we going to book out Little Caesars or the Fox Theater? Absolutely not. But that's what can hold our 6,000 to 7,000 members. The problem with doing that is not financially responsible to say, hey, y'all got 6,000 to 7,000, you should make sure everybody get one. That only works if everybody is coming and participating. So we'll look at what happened this year. Let's see how this picnic turned out, which I know is going to be fabulous. But let's look at the numbers after all that fabulous and it's great. Let's look at the numbers and wow. Hey, Jen, 1,500 or 1,400, whatever it is, came. Hey, Brian, they showed up. We might have to do something different next year to accommodate more. But we only get based off of the numbers that's being presented to us. It makes sense.
Exactly. And that's what y'all elect too. Y'all elect individuals. And then after you elect them to do the right thing, even when you can't see it all the time. It's almost like big brothers, big sisters, older generation, parents, whatever. Like you elect wise counsel, and that's what it is. They sitting there. We're not gonna just blow the money and then sit back and look at each other and say it's gone. Like, no, we messed it up. We should have did something different. That's what y'all partial. The reason y'all elect us for is to make those tough decisions. And and just hold us accountable for it. Like I say, when we mess up, accountability, I'm big on it. If I can be out there cheering when it's all good, I can take my lashes and be quiet while I'm taking them when it's all bad. So that's why I won't let the president stand out by himself. I was at work. I came down so I can make sure that I'm here standing next to him. I come the good, ugly, and the bad podcast, and that's what we do. That's what leaders do. You hold yourself accountable and you learn from it. Like you say, you just learn from it so you can become better. And we can become bigger and better. Like I said, I don't know what it's going to take, but whatever it's going to take, we here for it because we in for the long haul. You know, when we signed our name on the dotted line, we ain't signed up to be beat up, but we knew it could come. But we learned if you attack the beating up with love, you normally can get love in return. So we ain't giving out nothing but love, and I just want to let everybody know. We understand, we paying attention, we hear it, and while we on here kicking us on this stuff, management doing a whole nother thing that we fighting. So I'm trying to juggle our members and our hearts being a little down from the picnic to looking at a piece of paper talking about they about to cancel call-in PA days for a day. Mm-hmm. So I say when it rain, it pours. So that's another podcast, another topic for another day.
I'm going to stop you right there since you don't put it out there because a couple of things that we have not talked about, right?
Yeah.
And one of them is the cancellation of PA days. So you put it out there, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, because your leadership is fighting or dealing with. I'm not going. Well, we fighting every day, but your leadership is dealing with multiple things at one time. We ain't just dealing with the picnic. I mean, that's what we're here for today. But we're dealing with cancellation of PA days. They are talking about canceling the Mondays on the PA days. They first came out with the email that me and you looked at last week.
It started Monday and Friday.
Yeah, with Mondays and Fridays.
For calling in, y'all.
And we had to fight that and challenge that and. Hey, give us these numbers, give us that number, give us a justification based off all the hiring, the uploading they've been doing, and they backed up off the Fridays.
Backed off the Fridays, up in this call-in PA day. They backed off the Friday, and now, go ahead, Mike, we sitting that Monday.
No, yeah. So we had that argument. Here we are now. So that posting is going to come out. I'm having a conversation. I had the conversation again today with the plant manager about emergency status. 'Cause I'm constantly hearing you guys I know what's going on. The emergency status, we need to come out of it. You know, we agreed, or we had some heavy discussion that July 3rd, 4th, we're going to make the announcement that we out of it. And like I told them, that date can't come without being out of it. We don't get out of it, we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem. And I don't want to go no further than that, but he fully understood what I was saying when I spoke those words to him. And like he said, Mike, I'm with you on that. The only issue may be suppliers. It ain't us, it's the suppliers. Are we going to have the supply chain? Because currently we still flying in engines, okay? Okay, that was new news to me, but still my decision or my brain said is we need to come out of emergency status. Our employees need to get back to a regular life work schedule, right? What else is going on since we done throw them all out there? A lot of members don't know. We just got the signed letter of commitment today for, and this came out of the fight that we had a couple of weeks ago with the strike authorization vote. That we got a commitment to rehab completely the medical cafeteria. Not into another cafeteria, but into what I would always use the word, the relaxation center. Somewhere where we could go have tables, where we could plug our phones up. Somewhere we can have a new weight room, because we don't have a weight room over on that side of the building. The ping pong tables, TV screen up there. It's things like that's already in the works that we constantly meeting and fighting on. Today we had an argument, I'm going to say it, amongst leadership, because leadership don't always agree on things. And that was, what was you saying? My department is dying over here.
Yeah,
That's what you said earlier today.
Yes, it is.
You and
Yes,
Jabron
it is.
areas dying. The planet is short people.
We fighting to get vacation and PA days put in due to the shortage of people. And it's a tussle every day. Every time I get a new list in the stores, we hitting the ground running, trying to get people days. And I know we say like, well, they contractual, they got to, but it's in that language that said if it's gonna mess with the company ability to run, they got the right to deny. So we hold them to every nook and cranny to the letter. Like, give them to us. We down there. We own it. We putting them in. We fighting. We understand this prime season, graduation, and then, heck, I just want a break season. We get it. So it's a constant fight for everything, and our heads is still turning as this wheel still turning, just trying to keep everything at bay. So we hear the membership. We understand, and we know what management doing. Management is trying to see wherever it's cracks at in the armor, and that's where they trying to divide at, and that's where they gonna attack at. So we gotta hold fast, stay together, and just know we in a constant battle for everything. We already got the ice chest put out.
Yeah.
Cause we know it's getting hot. Yep. We own them about putting more fans up, water fountains and chassis. I hear the people saying that I'm gonna need some of my people allegedly not to run them over with certain machines and driving vehicles when we get them back in there. But all of these things are already being done from every shop to every committee person is working on it, individualizing it to make sure that their shop is running top tier. And if it is something that's going on, shoot your steward a text message, shoot your committee man a text message. I don't like to put it all on the steward. Shoot us a text. Hey, this ain't right, because we might not know. And it might be something that we thought was fixed. Just shoot the message. Let's see what we can come up with. Let's see if we can put everything down. Let's just try to work together to try to, because this is our critical time. It's the hot months. Mm-hmm. This is when we don't want to hear nothing, don't want to be bothered, and I respect it. We just try to get to work and get home. The summer is lovely for everybody else, but I promise in the auto industry, we be dreading it because we know it's going to be hot. So let's try to work, keep ourselves together, keep our composure. Let's be one, and let's come out of this unscathed and victorious. Like, that's what we always do.
I want to double back on those gems, because while you was talking, I was thinking, because I want nobody to think I overlooked that part too, because I did hear a lot of concerns about the gym equipment in the North Body Shop and the one in the GA main hallway. When I spoke about the one in the greenhouse cafeteria that's not there yet, but it's coming, yes, the equipment that's currently in the plant right now will be repaired or replaced. We did tour over those areas, especially over in North Body, but we did tour in North Body and the GA, and we saw the condition of the equipment. And it's not just now a plan to replace and repair, but how to maintain that equipment so we won't get back to where we are now. So I guess we say all that lower around was saying there's a whole lot of things that's going on outside of the picnic. But I get it. The picnic is what we're talking about today. Everybody paid their dues, and everybody want to come. And next time, you know what, guys? You guys go rent a place or go back to the park where 6,000 people can come. and prepare for 6,000 or 7,000 people. And if we show up, we show up. If we don't, it is what it is. That I can't rock with that theory. What I always say, I'm from the show me state. We got to show, and when I say we, I'm talking about our membership, along with the leadership, have to work in conjunction with each other to show that we're actively engaged and that we're going to be participating in these events, because these events is what drive the decisions. We have to come to the union meetings, get involved in the committees, have a voice, because it's never going to be just my voice. I never make a decision by myself. I talk to a lot of people from the standing committees to the committee men to the stewards. I talk to a lot of people about some of the decisions being made. And if you have a different viewpoint on what it should or could be, then I need to hear your voice, not after the fact, because it's easy to throw stones after the fact. It's hard or difficult to go back and change something when something's been put in place. I know myself, Aaron, Jennifer, Eric, we've been talking to CJ Barrymores. I did reach out to the Recreation Committee and set up a couple of meetings that for one reason or another didn't work out or facilitate. And the clock was ticking, and we had to make some decisions. We looked at the numbers. This is where we came from. This is where we came up to, and this is where we are today. I hope those who do make it and can make it, who registered, show up and have a great time. For those who cannot make it, for the lack of not being here to register or the registration actually closing, then, I will tell you that we hear you loud and clear. It's not a failure, it's a lesson learned, and we'll look at it, we'll reevaluate it, and we continuously improve. We'll improve next year. But in order to turn the tide of this membership and this leadership, we have to work collectively together to make things happen. And that I'll tell you, that's my 5 minutes of funk.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was one that wanted to take the easy road out. So that was toward me when he said, some people just like, let's have a picnic at the park and just whoever come. And he said, that ain't what leaders do, man. We don't just take, we trying to make it better for everybody.
I gotta stop you.
Yep.
Because today when we was having a conversation, you, and quite a few leaders, we was like, you know what, you hear the people? Let's just shut this down today and just find a park and have it,
Yep.
right?
And then it was just like, Ryan, what about the vendors? All the vendors here, like, we got to get the food, we got to get the stuff. And I'm like, man, it's so much short notice.
It's a lot of planning.
You said throw some bologna sandwiches in
Man,
here.
you know me, y'all. I went back old school. Let's get the red hot storm on the grill, few bologna sandwiches, salami. Let's have a good time with some chips and some waters and pops. But I get it. He just trying to innovate. It's not trying to outdo anybody. It's not trying to show nobody up, and it's definitely not trying to leave not one member out. It was just us trying to elevate it so everybody that was coming can have fun. And that's what we was trying to do. And like I said, we learn. We live and we learn. We learning from this one. We going to keep moving forward. We going to make everything that we do bigger and better. And I'm just looking for everybody to participate. If you can, come out, man, show some love, give a hug, come eat. Just bring the kids out. Let the kids come play with other kids, man, so they can just have a good time. And then hop back in the waggies, and everybody, whatever you drive and however you feeling, and pull off. But I'm asking everybody, though, please, let's start just coming to these events. Let's start showing up so then y'all can hold us accountable and say, look, we packing them out. What you gonna do? And it'll make me get some old grades that I don't want to try to figure out how we're going to top that.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm asking everybody. Just come out and hold us accountable. Pack this place. Pack every event to where we got to set up like now. And because I think we start working on a Christmas party probably supposed to be like January, February.
Supposedly.
So now we like already going into June trying to get it straight. So we not waiting last minute. He already talking about the fish fry for Labor Day, which I want him to elaborate a little bit on. But he already talking about that. The Labor Day ain't to September. Mm-hmm. So we not waiting till these functions come to do it. We already working on Labor Day shirts. And we ain't even made it through the picnic shirts. And then all we talking about the car show down here to try to get everybody out to vote. Like, we got so much planned that we trying to just let everybody know we not last minute. We being proactive instead of reactive. And I just need everybody to come out, man, and just show your love. And I know around we tired. I know, but these fun events, just come out. This ain't work. Let your hair down. Come out. We appreciate y'all being emergency status. We all tired. Trust me, we ain't at home sitting as a committee. We in here grinding and battling every single day. But I need y'all to just come out for me. Y'all know how I am. Let's make everybody look bad. That's me. Come on, let's make them look bad. Let's make them have to say, hey, because I want to see Aaron's face when he got to write that check. Baby, Aaron, like, man, Aaron ain't wasting a dime. I respect Aaron O. Smith. Aaron ain't wasting a dime. Everything has to be accounted for dealing with Aaron. I respect that. Ryan, they better have a license. They better bring that license down here. That license ain't out here by 12 o'clock, Ryan. We can't write no check. And I like that because that's showing that every dollar of your hard-earned money is in great hands, and it ain't nobody that's bigger than the program. So let's make Aaron say, well, I got to write the check, Ryan, because everything here, all the checks and balances. Let's make my dog A have to write that check and throw the party of the century. So that's what we trying to do. And to get back to the membership, because without y'all, there is no us. So we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We just actually come out, give us a chance. I'm me. Don't everybody can get mad at me. I'm me. I only can be me. Man, we see the hearing about being reelected, recalled. We shouldn't be in office. Come on, y'all. If that's so simple, it ain't our money. Mm-hmm. We doing a responsible thing. That's what come with it. It ain't our money. Mm-hmm. Write the check. Throw the biggest party. Rent it out for 2 days.
Yeah, rent it out for 2 days. Write the check.
If I can rent this out for 2 straight days and I'm going to keep my job, let me go whisper in Aaron ear. Hey, let's get reelected. Rent it out for 3 days. So what if they don't show up? Just spend all the money. We can't do that. So if that mean that y'all recall we get reelected because we doing the right thing, I always tell y'all, I'd rather be able to hold my head high in the grocery store saying I did the right thing with this union wheel on my arm than y'all talking about I did the wrong thing. That's what it's all about for
Ron,
me.
That's funny, man. It's funny now, and it was funny earlier. You was like, if that's the membership want, write the check. If that's going to cause me my election, I was like, man, we can't do that.
And I get it, so I'm like, come on, y'all. If it was that simple, we'd just do it with no problem. But y'all are trusting us to be responsible. We don't want to have to call an emergency meeting and say we broke. We've been through that before.
Yeah, we have been. The local was broke.
We've been
really
through that
broke.
before.
And I'm gonna tell you how broke the local was, and this is like way back. The local was so broke, not only did they have to get monies from the retiree chapter, but there was a picnic that we had at Belle Isle that I funded out my own pocket because the local was that broke. They were broke. You know, and there's some other leaders. I ain't gonna just take all the credit. Some other leaders that's currently in office and some that's not in office that paid for it out of their pocket to get a member something, right?
Yes.
And it was a great time. Okay, it was a great time. But you know, the thing is, if we go with what you said, and I know we was frustrated this morning. Hey, if that's what the members want, and that's gonna get us an election, then go ahead and spend it. The problem with that is, if we do that today, let's say we spend, I don't know, $500,000 to get the members what they want today. The next event or the next year, they have been forgot about that. Yeah. Now, you ain't did nothing for us.
Yeah.
You ain't did nothing for us. So that's why that doesn't work. You know, we have to be responsible, and hopefully short term, we learn some things, and long term, the membership learns some things too. There's some checks and balances in there on both sides of the fence of being what's responsible and being what's fun and being what's educational, and then doing what these numbers may add up to be. And the numbers drove some of the decisions, a lot of the decisions of what the decisions we made today.
Man, definitely, man.
Our members come out and be active, volunteer, come out to our events that we had. We had a couple classes down here that nobody showed up. Then we had to pay for them. We paid out of pocket from the local, and nobody showed up to the classes. Not even the committee showed up to the classes.
We need y'all. And I ain't saying it because I hear the people. I'm just addressing my people. Y'all know I love y'all. We shouldn't have to show up to a union meeting to be able to attend something. That ain't what we were saying. We saying when you show up to the union meeting, maybe we missed something. My president always tells us, Ryan, the more people in the room, the more eyes, the more ears, the more hands, the more you're not going to miss something. When we in meetings, he said, I need all of y'all listening and speaking because I might miss something. Y'all might miss something, so we got to be there for each other because you might have been the one that's in the audience that caught, hey, what about this? It might have been you. So just don't look at nobody else. Just look at that person in the mirror and say, I'm going to be there to make the difference. And if everybody do that, it'll be packed because we not saying that, but we saying be there for the voice. So this way, if it's something is being a mistake being made, you can put it on the floor. Yeah. That's the most beautiful thing about our union meeting, the Robert Rules of Order. Yeah. Everybody voice is heard if you want it to be. But you just got to get up and say something. And we gonna help you. We gonna coach you through it. Even if you sitting at the wrong time. The president actually come back to the mic and say, this your time to come up and say what you had to say. We don't try to run out the union meeting. He'll really call you and say, hey, remember you were trying to ask that question? Come on up. And we'll sit there and listen and we'll help you. We don't help people put their motions together right in front. We don't shut nothing down. Hey, you supposed to say it like this, y'all. Okay, we don't shut nothing down, even if it's going against what we say or going with what we say. That's how we running this local, and that's how we running Local 1700. Like I say, it's not a dictatorship; it's a democracy, and we stand on that. Just come out, let your voices be heard, and come out, come to the man. What we say, man, come to the blow up, man. Show up to the blow up. Yeah. Come throw some your fly threads on and come out. We begging people to come out. Show up, have a good time. If you can't stay long, we get it. Let your face be seen and your voice be heard. Come eat and go to the crib. And it costs you nothing because you already paid for it.
The membership is the highest authority at the end of the day. And that's why I stated earlier, went to the executive board and did it, and went on to the membership, because the membership who voted in support of the decision that we have made to go to C.J. Barry-Morris. I had conversations with the standing committee regarding this. And, I'm looking, I always say what? I'm not the smartest man in the room. If you find somebody say they're the smartest man in the room, that's a dangerous person, because they are not in your best interest. And I'm going to tell you that because that's self-serving. I'm not the smartest man in the room. That's why I surround myself, and I continue and will continue going forward to surround myself with smart people. And a lot of those smart people are some of the newest generation. That's why we're trying to change the direction in which we're going as in local leadership at Local 1700 for trying to get people engaged. But to just say, okay, I'm just going to wait until something fails or your perception of failure happens, and then say, okay, I got him. I always call it, I got your question. I got him. And throw the stone, that's disheartening, and that's not a maker of a leader. A leader is a person who can, at the end of the day, take in all the information in and make a decision, whether it be individually or collectively, and then stand on it and say, hey, and that's why we're here today, to stand on some of the decisions we made. Even though the membership may not be per se happy as a whole, and we understand that because we do work for the majority, but this went through the chains of command of Robert Rules and how union meetings are supposed to be structured, and this was approved. And now we just have to wait to see how it play out, and we have to learn from it. It's a learning process. We are in our first year of our terms. Our election was last year? Mm-hmm. Around April, May? Yeah, April, May?
Yes, sir.
And I'm not just putting this out as an excuse at all, because I was the vice president, committee man. I was all those positions coming up, right? But we are in our first year of our terms, and we're trying to change. We collectively said, with skilled trades, we want to build a relationship. With our membership, and that's where we're at now, with our membership, we want to work and see how we can identify future leaders, work with people on the floor, and try to figure out how to get our standing committees together. With this local, we want to redo this local. With these podcasts, we want to move to a different generation or a different era or format. We're constant, and it's good that we challenge. It's not we competing like we were talking about earlier today, but steel sharpens steel, iron sharpens iron. You look at each other and say, hey, okay, we did this, what can we do better? And that's what we're trying to do. And in that process, there's going to be some stumbling and fumbling, but we got to keep on growing as a membership, and that's going to take all of us as a membership, all of us, not just 1, 2, 3 as it is up here today, or the 24, 25, or the 6 committee men, all of us, all 6,000 who's saying, or 7,000 who's saying, I wasn't able to get into the picnic. I hear you. Hope I'll see you at the Labor Day parade. And then that's why we're doing the fish fry, to encourage. You say you want me to speak a little bit deeper on it? Mm-hmm. Last 2 years, our band outnumbered our membership. On the day that the contract was negotiated to have us off, whether you was at work or you just didn't feel like getting up that morning. Stop it, Rob.
Man, I'm laughing.
Stop it when I'm telling that.
I'm tell you
when I'm lying.
You know why
tell
I'm
me
laughing?
when I'm lying.
You know why I'm laughing? Man, you were so bad. You I don't even want the band to come back. They make the band outnumbering us. I say, man, let the band play for man. And that's true though, y'all. And it was sad, but like I say, come on out. It's free food and stuff out there too. Yeah. Some more t-shirts. Yeah. Eating good, man.
And requires volunteers too.
Yeah, require volunteers. Eating good. My dog Carl Hill right back out there.
Yep.
One that we just drag on with us, and he's a salute because he be right back out there. Mm-hmm. Man, just come on out, man. Just come on out. Like I say, C.J. Barrymore. My 2 big boys like C.J. Barrymore. I'm like, yeah, man, I don't know, Pop. It's hard to get them to come anywhere. So it was even division at the house. Like, really, y'all gonna look at me like that? But come on out, y'all. Come on out. Like I say, we Labor Day. We man, that parade. We ready for it. Come on out.
Then we got the trunk or treat after that.
Trunk or treat after that. Come on out. Come on out, man. Come on out. Decorate. Come on out.
Activities lined up for our local.
Come on out. Don't forget, the one thing that we was trying to push, and that's for the younger folks, the Lions, tailgating. We be back at that. Yeah. Come on out. It's hard to get people to come on out to that. And we giving out free food, raffles, whatever we trying to do. We trying to throw a party to get people to come out. Just come on out. Come enjoy us. Come enjoy each other. Come and get some of these your dudes. Come see what it's doing. Come
And
see
these
what it's
parties,
doing.
Ron, is not just, because we just want to party. Because we do understand the work-life balance. We've been in emergency status. So that's why we do some of these things, like the Lions Tailgate and things of that nature. But it's also to say, hey, I want to talk to you outside of the work environment and then build a relationship. And hopefully I can get you to get more actively involved in doing other things, union-wise. I mean, it's all about the camaraderie and the fellowship, right?
Yep.
So you're right. I like the way you put it, man.
Yeah,
Just come on out.
You got the idea that we missing. Come bring it to us. Don't even come give it to us. Come implement it.
Yeah.
Come implement it. That's what I'm looking
That's
for.
the part, yeah.
Hey, I'm just asking my people. I'm asking for one thing. Love on us. Hey, love on. Right or wrong, love on us. That's what family. That's what brothers and sisters do. We might fight each other, but nobody else better not touch us. Love on us. If we messed up, spank our legs. Rub on us. Love on us. Help us up, man. Help be a crutch. Let's lean on each other though. We don't always got to tear down, but when we wrong, hold us accountable. We accept it. So, like I say, the picnic, the registration now is closed. Unfortunately, to everybody that came, show up. Show up to the blow up, man.
You want to speak about the daughter, daddy dance, and mother's?
Yep, we got a few other events that our committees are putting on. We got the mother-son, daddy-daughter dance that's happening June 27th here at the local. We also have the GOTV event that's happening July 18th here at the local. Those are all nice events. The car show is with that GOTV event. There's going to be food, and there's going to be games and prizes and music and just a lot of fun. And we also have a class coming up here June 20th. And we also have a class this weekend, May 30th.
That's the CPR class.
That's the CPR class. We got a lot of stuff going on here in our local, and
the financial freedom class.
The financial freedom class is June 20th, and we just want our members to come out and enjoy, and give us your opinion on and how we can do better, and we'll take that and move forward with that. But to bash us is just not going to help us. We just got to come together and just make everything as best as we can and move forward.
And I'm gonna say this, and I know this is gonna be crazy when I say this. Bashing me don't really hurt me. It hurts my feelings, but it don't hurt me, especially when I feel like I know that we're trying our best to do the right thing for our members. Yeah, do I like to see it? No. Nobody like to get bashed, right? But ultimately, I have to challenge myself every night when I go to bed. Mike, did you do the right thing? Did you make the right decision? Or at least the decision based off the information that you had? Social media, like he gonna talk about social media, and I'm just gonna say it. I always say social media is the devil. Yeah, I indulge in the devil sometimes. I got to fight my own demons. That's why I got off of social media for the most part. But at the end of the day, I need to be around people who's going to build me up, not bash me. Because you get better results from your leadership building them up. Not saying that you can't correct them or even challenge them or check them. But to bash them, that's a whole different thing, because now it becomes, what's the motive? Let's be constructive criticism, which I can accept that. I think we all can accept that. But when you're throwing stones at your leadership, when you had an opportunity to be involved in your leadership and your leadership decisions, not when I say leadership, I ain't just talking about top four, I'm talking about everybody, including the union means, then really you're throwing a stone at yourself. And sometimes I say, hold a mirror up to yourself before you throw the stone, because he, without sin, cast the first stone. And I think we all at some point have fell short of the road of glory. So with that, I'm gonna close it out unless you got something you want to throw in there, Ryan. See you.
We love y'all, man. That's all. Yeah. I'm ending this on love. On love, as the movie Paid in Full. My man said, "It's love day, B. We giving out nothing but love. We love y'all. We just ask for the same love in return. That's all I'm asking for. We not coming up here to bash nobody. We not even getting defensive. We just want to let everybody know we don't believe in running from the smoke. Like fools that we signed up for, we literally run to it.
Yeah.
The plant was on fire. We literally ran to the fire. We ain't run out the door.
Sure did.
I don't understand why when we had people in here with alleged weapons, wasn't alleged. We ran to the scene, not away from it. So shout out to my committee. I'm always remiss if I don't.
Hell,
Big Chuck,
we got to stop this podcast going long. But man, even with the dog on fire, you know what I saw on social media? I saw this now on TikTok. They letting the plant burn down. They ain't nowhere to be seen. And guess where we all was?
Right
all
there.
of us was there.
Right.
Right next to the arson investigator.
Yeah.
Talking to the arson investigator to make sure they wasn't trying to pin it
That
on
wasn't
nobody.
funny, but that was funny.
Yeah,
It's like,
and when you left, you looked at me and said, "How long you gonna be here?" I said, "As long as I need to be. I need you to look at that tape before you leave, and I'm gonna look at it in the morning." I said, "You ain't gotta stay. I'll look at it." So we viewed the tape to make sure they couldn't pin it on nobody because we already understand that that's what they do. So look, man, we right there. We right there, man. We ain't hiding. We definitely ain't hard to find. Y'all know me. Call me. We'll have conversations. Give me a Bay location. I'll pull up, man. We ain't hard to find. I'm just asking everybody. It's Love Day, man. We doing something different at Local 1700. We gonna start loving on each other. And we gonna get it right, man. Love is the greatest attraction of the land, man. That's biblically. Y'all know that. So let's just do what we gotta do to get it right and keep it right, man. I love y'all, and I know y'all love me. I got a shout out my committee, Jamel Mims, Big Chuck, my dog Ricky O.
Yeah.
Shout out my dog Jabron, and for sure my guy Mike Hudson, man. That's the gang that I be with every day. Rain, sleet, or snow, man. We gonna get the job done. All the stewards back out there that's watching, we love y'all. We know y'all carry a lot. We appreciate y'all. Hey, family, let's love on each other, man. That's the word for the day for me. Love, y'all.
all right.
Agree. Everything we do with the membership in mind. There's nothing negative. We don't make any decisions to tear our membership apart. We make decisions to bring our membership together. We got outside people talking about how wonderful this idea was to take it to C.J. Barrymore. Even when I was walking through the plant, our members was talking about, oh, C.J. Barrymore, I'm coming this time. I'm coming. So there was so much excitement. Everything that we try to do here is just to better our own membership and our own local and just bring exciting ideas. And we encourage everybody, if you got some exciting ideas, some places and locations, bring it to the table and we'll move forward with that. But just let's come together and make things happen and not tear each other apart.
With that being said, I'm going to say deuces. Look forward to seeing y'all at the picnic. And for those that don't see the picnic, we named a host of other events. Hope I see you at those other events. Until the next time, and the podcast is going to be coming up in another week or so. Deuces. The next podcast is going to be about attendance because attendance council did reach out to me and said they need to have a podcast because of things going on in the plant. We want to address those. I see you over there, Big Sauce, Big Ron.
Love y'all. Deuces.